Hello everyone. In this lesson we will see the assessment of measurement model validity. As we already have seen that there are two models in SEM. One is measurement model and another one is structural model. At first we need to determine the validity, reliability of the measurement model. After that we will move to the structural model and hypothesis testing. So let us first see what is measurement model. So it was the model that we have drawn and that we are using to demonstrate in this particular course. So measurement model is the first of the two model estimated in SEM. So it is a component of theoretical path model that contains the indicators and the relationship with the construct. That means the indicators, these all are the indicators, these all are the construct. So the relationship between the indicator and construct is determined in the measurement model phase. That's why it is also called the outer model in PLS SEM. As we already have discussed, this is the outer model estimated in PLS SEM. In the outer model or in measurement model, we see how the indicators are related to the latent variables or construct. So it depicts how the observed variables represent or define the construct. Because these variables are latent, unobservable, we have to use multiple indicator, multiple question to measure this particular variable, and we want to see that whether these indicators are properly measuring the latent construct or not. That's why we are interested to see the validity and reliability of these items in successfully measuring the latent construct. Thereby the indicators are assumed to depend on the construct. These indicators are dependent on the construct. A straight arrow go from a construct to the observed variables. So straight arrow we have to draw a straight arrow. So this is called reflective construct. But in case of formative, we will see later on, the arrows are drawn from the indicators to the construct. We will see later on. Just for the sake of simplicity, at first we will see all the construct are measured reflectively. That means all the three items measuring this construct, this three items measuring this one, this three items measuring this three item measuring this construct. So now what all are the criteria to do the reliability and validity of the measurement model? So at first you need to know what is reliability. Reliability is the extent to which a scale produces consistent result if repeated measurements are made on the characteristic. It indicates that, say for example, here the scale means this scale. That means we are measuring intention to use ChatGPT by asking 3 questions. So if I use the 3 questions again in any future study, these 3 questions will be able to measure the intention or not. That means how much consistent they are. If we are interested in measuring the consistency, at the time we need to determine the reliability of these scale items, the 3 items. That means they can measure the same thing repeatedly again and again if we use them in multiple times. If they are successful, that means the scale items are reliable. If they are not successful, that means the scale item is not reliable or not consistent. So for estimating the reliability, determining the reliability, we have to use 2 things. One is composite reliability, CR, that we will get from the SmartPLS software. That should be higher than 0.70. And we can use the Cronbach alpha. We can get the Cronbach alpha from SPSS, and we also get this particular value from the SmartPLS software as well. It should also be higher than 0.70. If the 3 items measuring this construct has composite reliability and Cronbach alpha above 0.70, at the time we can say that intention to use ChatGPT, this construct has got the reliability. That means the 3 items that we have used to measure this particular construct has got reliability, and we can use these items to measure this construct in the future study as well. So for the validity indicates that the extent to which a set of measured items, that means set of measured items means these 3 items, accurately reflect the theoretical latent construct. That means whether these 3 items accurately measuring the intention or not. That means they are how much accuracy are there. they are designed to measure. That means I am asking the intention, their intention to use ChatGPT, but the questions are asking something else. At the time, the scale is not valid. So in order to have the validity, it means that the items should properly measure this particular construct. That means I am asking here, say for example, I am asking here intention, but in the questions I have asked that how much loyalty they have, or how much satisfied they are on ChatGPT. At the time, it will be not valid, because in the questionnaire I am asking satisfaction, but in the construct it is intention to use in the future. That means there is lack of validity in the items and in the construct. That's why we need to determine the validity by using these two things. At first we need to see the convergent validity. After that we need to see the discriminant validity. We will see in details the convergent validity and discriminant validity later on. At first, convergent validity. For determining convergent validity, we have to use factor loading, or it is also called item loading, or the outer weights in PLS4 SEM. It should be greater than 0.708. It is 0.708 because if you square it, it will be 50%. That means at least 0.708 factor loading should be there. After that, you can use the average variance extracted, which should be higher than 0.50. At the time, we can say that this construct has got convergent validity. Convergent validity means that these items converge to measure this particular construct. On the other hand, discriminant validity, it also measures by using Fornell-Larker criterion. Another one is the heterotrade monotrade ratio, that means STMT. So Fornell-Larker criterion, the square root of AV, that means average variance extracted, a square root value of AV should be higher than R. That means the correlation between two constructs. We will see in the practical example. And for the STMT, heterotrade monotrade ratio should be less than 0.85, and it cannot be higher than 0.90. At the time, it will be lack of discriminant validity. So discriminant validity mainly, what it does, it denotes that the construct I am measuring, it is measuring the intention, and say other construct in this particular study, say for example perceived usefulness. So perceived usefulness is measuring different thing, intention is measuring different thing. There should be discrimination between the two construct, between one construct, between other construct. If all the constructs remain the same, at the time the construct will fail to properly estimate the particular thing that we are trying to measure. So we will see practical examples, and these are theoretical things. All the recommended threshold that I am presenting here are taken from the previously published studies, so you can easily use this sort of things.